youth has to be motivated by vision. What we mean about that is that there has to be a reality that they perceive, and then they have to be empowered and set the strategic developmental process that thinks that is relevant in its own time.
Changes my thinking system, my mentalities.
Today was a good day for me.
Being a leader, it is kind of hard. All the challenges we go through.
It's all about youth.
There's a lot of things that changed today. Changed the way I looked at life. Changed the way I look at authority.
It has changed how I think and how I act.
Life-changing. It's about leadership.
When you're together, you can be strong together, not just one person. It was awesome. And I thought this was going to be something kind of boring and just sit through it. But when I came here, it was a really different atmosphere from what I was thinking.
We're not just youth, we're actually leaders from when we're young. Yeah.
It's focusing on their identity and finding who they are. It was very motivating and inspiring, life-changing.
The way I respect people, the way I socialize with my friends.
I believe this is a very perfect program because these youths will be the leaders of tomorrow.
How to touch the life of the youth. They are degrading.
One of the primary main reasons of this camp is to shift the paradigm of the young people. Many young people are living the reality of other people's opinion, and so we really wanted them to break how they're being defined and how they see the world and how they relate and interact with the world. What we're trying to do with these workshops and with these seminars is actually firstly present to them the philosophy that they can determine their future. They can not only determine their future, but determine the future of their nation and those around them. We need to determine or help them to shape what type of leaders they're going to be, what type of leadership they are going to be in the future.
In the future, where internet and the access to a global world, it requires a whole development of the heart of the people to be able to live with integrity. Integrity is like a wall. It keeps us safe. When you say you're going to do something, it's going to be done. When you have this certain kind of money, you don't overspend. You don't go and do other things, because the value of what you have will expand your vision. If we have to be relevant in the future, then there must be a corresponding building that takes place here now so that it can be relevant in the future.
So with the activity that we did today, what we did is we put them into teams, and each team was actually designated to be a nation. And we used a map, a fictional map that we had come up with, where each team was granted a piece of land on this fictional world with a set of circumstances, so a population size, a financial situation, a climate, and a physical situation as well. So whether the land was desolate and dry or whether it was lush and green, etc. And each one was different, and they actually had to then determine what their philosophies were and how they were going to govern this nation, what the constitution of the nation was, and what the prevailing culture was going to be in that nation. We just tried to use that mock world that we created for them to actually think about their own value systems, their own paradigms, their own capacity to actually enact influence to the world around them. And right now we've got them to really look at themselves and say, I am an important youth, I'm an important person, I am significant, and the things, my decisions that I make are significant.
You know, I think the topic is a very excellent way to engage the minds of the young people. So many times we think young people, they just have a short concentration span, that they just into sports and entertainment, which is true, but the fact that we tried this on the youths and they're able to engage, it's the most relevant activity that any group could engage in. If these young people can design nations now, then they can design anything. Like you can just entrust responsibility and train them to be nation builders.
Yeah, one of the main emphasis of the session that we had was the importance and the significance of the contribution that the youth have, and the need to process and to actually develop a youth which is able to contribute to society, which is able to be empowered to deal with the things that make up a nation. One of the things I saw inside of our group was people actually really took responsibility. They really took responsibility for defining the Constitution, the national anthem, the different parts of the nation. They, from a place of being completely disengaged, they really took responsibility. I think the capacity to engage in these things was already resident in the youth. It just had to be channeled the right way.
And I saw that the level of engagement was based on the environment that was set. The environment was potent, the environment was safe for anybody to come and anybody to share.
And so I began to see the level of collaboration. There was no discrimination from one school to another. For example, we have school rivalries all the time. There was nothing like that. There was a recognition that I need my brother and my brother needs me. So it gave them a confidence, a level of confidence. It gave them a new identity that I can actually do this, that I can be a nation builder, that I can actually contribute to building a nation. It's really great to see transition taking place, transformation taking place right in just those few hours. So I would really highly recommend this program to any student, to any school out there that is looking for answers. Thank you.
It was authentic, it was real, it wasn't made up, it wasn't out of a book. What they produced at the end, what they showcasted was from them, and it was from their minds, it was from their creativity, it was from their teamwork, and it was beautiful to see that all come together.
These children or the youth, they are going to school, yeah? They are going to school to learn things that are going to shape them tomorrow. Now, even if they learn those things without character, it's useless. It will be null and void to them, because you cannot maintain your giftings without character.
I believe and I strongly recommend that all the youth of Fiji and around the South Pacific should have access to this workshop, which is beneficial. It educates us for what comes in the future and also prepares us for future events. Yeah.
We at Congress WBN, we are engaged primarily in building that core, because that core determines the sustainability of a certain kind of behavioral patterns and approaches and life systems. So I want to thank you. Thank you. And Congress WBN just want to come alongside the ministry, the Ministry of Youth, the Ministry of Education. We want to come and offer resources. We want to come in and partner together and to create a synergistic thrust that will break any resistance. Can it be done? Yes, can be done. Right now, we are authorized to export all these values-based human development and education into all parts of the world of Congress in over 90 nations. We want to partner with you. We want to partner with the youth leaders and Ministry of Youth. We want to partner with education leaders and educators and Ministry of Education. So we want to thank you. We offer ourselves. Thank you very much.